Executive Board, in the name of Cultural and Educational Section of St. Simeon, Serbian Orthodox Church, good evening all. There's a saying, when we do something good for ourselves, we feel good. But also, when we do something for somebody else, we feel even better. All of you who are here tonight, you're doing exactly that. You're doing something for somebody else. You're supporting fund of new church. So when you go home tonight, besides of remembering this great concert, you're going to feel even better because you did something for somebody else. Please help me welcome Marta Milosevic, Brankovic.
Thank you, Goran. For many scholars, music is a prophecy. For me, it's a kind of special language that I hope soon will be visible to everyone. Being a classical concert pianist for so many years, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm trying to relate that language with my audience to make more lovable, understandable. Tonight, I will take you to a special journey through centuries. Back when, in the time of Mozart, piano wasn't developed as this, but the compositional process and form was more developed than anything ever today. So I will start this recital with Mozart Fantasy in D minor. The fantasy is a very new form for Mozart. He didn't compose much of them. He composed other forms, but fantasy is something toward the end of his life that he did as a new approach in romantic feel that was very popular back then in Vienna. So he composed only two fantasies, very famous music nowadays, and very different from Mozart music. That's why I wanted to present that as a first piece. Thank you. Next section is dedicated to Chopin. We all know about Frédéric Chopin. He's one of the most famous piano composers of all time. I think that every classical pianist needs to present Chopin music because it's the most recognizable music in the group of classical composers. I'm going to perform four compositions. First one is the Etude, so-called revolutionary Etude. It's a very powerful piece. Next is Nocturne, two nocturnes, kind of night music, love music, made Chopin very famous back then because of that. And the last is the Polonaise. Chopin was very inspired with the tragedy of his own nation and the Polish people struggling in that time. He was buried in France because he lived the most part of his life in France, but his heart he asked to be buried in Poland, Warsaw. And entire life he composed based on a Polish forms and Polish tradition. And that's why his music was so unique in our part of Europe. I hope you will enjoy it.